Top 25 Business Continuity Plan, BCP, Interview Questions and Answers. In today's unpredictable business landscape, having a robust business continuity plan, BCP, is essential for organizations. This video will explore the top 25 interview questions and answers related to BCP, equipping you with valuable insights and knowledge. Whether you are a candidate preparing for an interview or a hiring manager seeking to evaluate potential employees, this resource will enhance your understanding of BCP concepts. Join us as we navigate these critical questions and their effective responses. 1. What is a business continuity plan, BCP, and why is it important? A business continuity plan, BCP, is a documented strategy that outlines how an organization will continue operating during and after a disruptive event. It is vital for minimizing the impact of incidents such as natural disasters, cyber attacks, or operational failures. A well-developed BCP ensures that critical business functions remain operational, protects company assets, and maintains customer trust. By preparing for potential disruptions, organizations can reduce downtime, safeguard their reputation, and ensure a swift recovery, ultimately supporting long-term sustainability and resilience. 2. What are the key components of a business continuity plan? A business continuity plan, BCP, typically includes several key components essential for effective implementation. These components are Business Impact Analysis, BIA, which identifies critical functions and the impact of disruptions, risk assessment, to evaluate potential threats, recovery strategies, outlining methods for maintaining operations, plan development, ensuring documentation of procedures, training and awareness, to prepare staff, and testing and maintenance, which involve regular drills and updates to the plan. Each element plays a vital role in ensuring an organization can respond effectively to unforeseen events. 3. How does a BCP differ from a disaster recovery plan, DRP? A business continuity plan, BCP, focuses on maintaining essential business functions during and after a disruption, ensuring that critical operations continue. In contrast, a disaster recovery plan, DRP, specifically addresses the recovery of IT systems and data after a disaster. While ABCP encompasses a broader scope, including personnel, facilities, and processes, ADRP is more technical, concentrating on restoring IT infrastructure and data access. Both plans are interconnected. A strong BCP includes ADRP as a component, ensuring comprehensive preparedness for various scenarios impacting an organization. 4. What steps are involved in developing a BCP? Developing a business continuity plan, BCP, involves several key steps. First, conduct a risk assessment to identify potential threats and vulnerabilities. Next, perform a business impact analysis, BIA, to determine critical business functions and the potential impact of disruptions. Following this, establish recovery strategies for each critical function. Next, document the BCP, detailing roles, responsibilities, and procedures. Testing the plan through simulations or drills is crucial to ensure effectiveness. Finally, regularly review and update the BCP to reflect organizational changes and lessons learned from tests or actual incidents. 5. How do you conduct a business impact analysis, BIA? Conducting a business impact analysis, BIA, involves several key steps. First, identify and engage stakeholders from various departments to gather insights on critical business functions. Next, determine the potential impact of disruptions on these functions, focusing on financial, operational, and reputational aspects. Assess recovery time objectives and prioritize functions based on their importance. Finally, document findings in a report that outlines the impacts, recovery strategies, and recommendations for continuity planning. Regularly review and update the BIA to adapt to changing business environments. 6. What are the main objectives of a business continuity plan? A business continuity plan, BCP, aims to ensure organizational resilience by minimizing disruption during unexpected incidents. Key objectives include safeguarding critical business functions, protecting employees and stakeholders, and maintaining essential services. The plan outlines strategies to recover operations promptly, ensuring continuity of operations despite challenges. Additionally, it aims to mitigate financial losses, enhance communication during crises, and foster a culture of preparedness within the organization. Regularly reviewing and updating the BCP is essential to adapt to changing business environments and emerging threats. 7. How do you identify critical business functions for continuity planning? Identifying critical business functions involves several steps. Start by conducting a thorough analysis of your organization's operations to pinpoint functions essential for maintaining services. Engage key stakeholders and department heads to gather their insights on what processes are vital. Utilize a business impact analysis, BIA, to assess how disruptions can affect these functions. Prioritize them based on their importance to the organization's mission, financial stability, and customer satisfaction. Documenting these findings helps create a focused continuity plan tailored to the most crucial aspects of the business. 8. What are common risks that a BCP should address? Business continuity plans, BCPs, should address a variety of risks that can disrupt operations. Common risks include natural disasters like floods, earthquakes, and hurricanes, which can cause physical damage. Cybersecurity threats, such as data breaches and ransomware attacks, pose significant risks to data integrity and availability. Additionally, supply chain disruptions, equipment failures, and pandemics can impact business operations. Human factors like workforce shortages or strikes also present challenges. Identifying and assessing these risks allows organizations to develop effective strategies for mitigation and recovery. 9. How often should a BCP be tested or reviewed? A business continuity plan, BCP, should be tested and reviewed at least annually. Regular testing is crucial to ensure that the plan remains effective and relevant as business operations and risks evolve. In addition, tests should be conducted after significant changes, such as new technologies, processes, or organizational restructuring. Periodic reviews help identify gaps, update procedures, and incorporate lessons learned from previous incidents or drills. Engaging all stakeholders during these tests fosters a culture of preparedness and reinforces the importance of the BCP within the organization. 10. What methods are used to test a BCP's effectiveness? Testing a business continuity plan, BCP, involves various methods, including tabletop exercises, simulations, and full-scale drills. Tabletop exercises engage team members in discussions around scenarios without physical activation, allowing for strategic thinking and identification of gaps. Simulations mimic real-life incidents, providing an opportunity to practice response actions in a controlled setting. Full-scale drills test the entire plan with actual resources and personnel, ensuring readiness. Regular testing not only evaluates BCP effectiveness but also fosters teamwork and enhances understanding of roles during a disruption. 11. How do you ensure management support for a BCP? Securing management support for a business continuity plan, BCP, involves clear communication of its importance and benefits. Start by aligning the BCP objectives with organizational goals, emphasizing risk reduction and operational resilience. Present data from risk assessments and business impact analyses that demonstrate potential vulnerabilities and their financial implications. Engage management through regular updates, training sessions, and involvement in BCP development. Encourage their participation in exercises and testing to foster ownership and commitment, ensuring that continuity planning remains a priority at all levels. 12. What role does risk assessment play in a business continuity plan? Risk assessment is critical as it identifies potential threats that could disrupt business operations. By evaluating the likelihood and impact of various risks, organizations can prioritize their responses and allocate resources effectively. This process helps in understanding vulnerabilities and enables the development of mitigation strategies tailored to specific risks. Additionally, it ensures that the business continuity plan, BCP, addresses the most pressing concerns, enhancing resilience and readiness. Regular updates to risk assessments keep the BCP relevant in a changing environment. 13. How do you prioritize recovery activities in a BCP? Prioritizing recovery activities in a business continuity plan involves assessing critical business functions and determining their significance to operations. Start by conducting a business impact analysis, BIA, to identify which functions are essential for survival. Next, assign priority levels based on criteria such as the impact on revenue, customer service, and compliance requirements. Establish recovery time objectives, RTO, for each function to determine how quickly they need to be restored. Engage stakeholders to ensure alignment and adjust priorities as necessary based on changing business needs or emerging risks. 14. What is a recovery time objective, RTO, and recovery point objective, RPO? Recovery time objective, RTO, and recovery point objective, RPO, are critical metrics in business continuity planning. RTO refers to the maximum acceptable amount of time that a system can be down after a disruption occurs. This determines how quickly you need to restore services. RPO, on the other hand, indicates the maximum acceptable amount of data loss measured in time, which helps in defining how often data backups should occur. Balancing these objectives is essential for minimizing downtime and data loss during an incident, ensuring business operations can resume effectively. 15. How do you communicate a BCP to employees and stakeholders? Effective communication of a business continuity plan, BCP, is crucial for ensuring that all employees and stakeholders understand their roles and responsibilities during a disruption. Begin by creating clear, concise documentation that outlines the BCP procedures and expectations. Conduct training sessions and workshops to familiarize employees with the plan, emphasizing key components and their significance. Utilize various communication channels such as emails, intranet postings, and meetings to reinforce the message. Regular updates and open forums for questions will enhance understanding and engagement, ensuring everyone is prepared to act when needed. 16. What strategies can be used to ensure data availability during a disruption? Ensuring data availability during a disruption involves several strategies. First, implementing regular data backups is crucial. These should be stored off-site or in the cloud to protect against local failures. Using redundancy, such as multiple servers or data centers, helps maintain access even if one location fails. Deploying real-time data replication can keep data synchronized across locations. Additionally, establishing a robust network infrastructure that includes failover systems increases resilience. Lastly, developing a clear communication plan ensures that all stakeholders are informed during a disruption, facilitating quicker recovery efforts. 17. How can technology be used to support business continuity planning? Technology plays a significant role in supporting business continuity planning by enhancing communication, data management, and operational resilience. Cloud computing enables remote access to critical data and applications, allowing businesses to continue operations during disruptions. Automated backup solutions ensure that data is regularly saved and easily retrievable. Collaboration tools facilitate seamless communication among teams, even in crisis situations. Additionally, risk assessment software can help identify vulnerabilities and plan mitigation strategies effectively, ensuring a more robust BCP framework. 18. What challenges have you faced while implementing a BCP? Implementing a business continuity plan, BCP, often presents several challenges. One common issue is securing management buy-in, which is crucial for resource allocation and support. Another challenge is identifying and analyzing all critical business functions, as this process requires input and collaboration across various departments. Additionally, keeping the BCP updated can be difficult due to evolving business processes and technology. Employees may also resist training or changes in their routines, making engagement a significant hurdle. Balancing all these factors while ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements adds complexity to the implementation process. 19. How do you train employees for BCP awareness and preparedness? Training employees for BCP awareness and preparedness involves several key steps. First, create tailored training materials that reflect the specific roles of employees within the organization. Conduct regular workshops and simulations to ensure employees understand their responsibilities during a disruption. Use various training methods, such as e-learning modules, in-person sessions, and tabletop exercises, to cater to different learning preferences. Regularly assess understanding through quizzes or feedback sessions, and encourage a culture of open communication regarding business continuity practices to reinforce the importance of preparedness. 20. What documentation is essential for an effective BCP? Effective documentation for a business continuity plan, BCP, must include several key components. First, a clear outline of the BCP objectives and scope is necessary to guide all subsequent activities. A comprehensive risk assessment should be documented, detailing identified risks and their potential impacts. Critical business functions and recovery strategies must be clearly defined, along with roles and responsibilities for team members during a disruption. Communication plans, training materials, and testing schedules are vital. Regular updates to this documentation ensure relevance and effectiveness against emerging threats. 21. How do you handle third-party risks in your BCP? Handling third-party risks in a business continuity plan, BCP, involves several key steps. First, assess the criticality of third-party services and identify potential vulnerabilities. Establish clear communication channels with vendors to ensure timely updates during disruptions. Integrate third-party risk assessments into your BIA to understand how their failures might impact your operations. Develop contingency plans that include alternative suppliers or service providers. Regularly review and test these arrangements to ensure they remain effective and update them as necessary based on changes in the partnership or the external environment. 22. What role does incident management play in a BCP? Incident management is crucial in a business continuity plan as it ensures rapid response to disruptions. It involves identifying, assessing, and addressing incidents that may impact business operations. Effective incident management minimizes downtime, coordinates resources, and facilitates communication among stakeholders. By establishing clear protocols for incident response, organizations can quickly restore critical functions and maintain service levels. This process also includes documenting incidents for future analysis, which helps refine the BCP and improve resilience against similar events. 23. How can you measure the success of a BCP after an incident? Measuring the success of a business continuity plan, BCP, after an incident involves several key metrics. First, evaluate recovery time against the established recovery time objectives, RTO. Next, assess the effectiveness of communication protocols by gathering feedback from stakeholders and employees. Conduct a review of any disruptions that occurred during the incident to identify if critical business functions were maintained. Surveys and interviews can provide insights into personnel readiness and engagement. Finally, analyzing financial impacts and comparing them to pre-incident forecasts can help gauge the BCP's effectiveness in mitigating losses. 24. What are some examples of BCP activation scenarios? Examples of BCP activation scenarios include natural disasters such as hurricanes, floods, or earthquakes disrupting operations. A cyber attack that compromises sensitive data and system functionality is another scenario. Additionally, a significant power outage may prevent access to facilities or technology. A pandemic causing widespread illness and staff shortages can trigger activation as well. Finally, supply chain disruptions, like the loss of key suppliers or transportation issues, may require a BCP to ensure continuity of essential functions. Each scenario emphasizes the need for preparedness and effective response strategies. 25. How do you update a BCP after a major incident or organizational change? Updating a business continuity plan, BCP, after a major incident or organizational change involves several key steps. First, conduct a thorough review of the incident or change, identifying lessons learned and areas for improvement. Engage stakeholders across the organization to gather insights and feedback. Next, revise the plan to incorporate these findings, ensuring that all critical functions and resources are accurately reflected. Test the updated plan through drills or simulations to validate its effectiveness. Finally, communicate the changes to all employees and provide training to reinforce new procedures. Regularly reviewing the BCP will help maintain its relevance and effectiveness. In today's fast-paced business environment, having a solid business continuity plan is crucial for organizations to withstand unexpected disruptions. By preparing for potential crises through effective interviews and comprehensive answers, businesses can ensure they are ready to respond and recover swiftly. We hope this guide to the top 25 BCP interview questions empowers you with the knowledge needed to develop robust strategies for your organization. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insightful content. Your support helps us bring valuable information to you and others.